Hello and welcome. It's Kristen from Life of Crafting, and I've been working backwards through these sketches that are released from Call Me Crafty Owl. She does once a month a video with a sketch that she provides basically the recipe for you. And I started doing this in April of 2022, and I'm also trying to use up quite a bit of my stash. I'm trying to get down to like a stealthy kind of stop hoarding type of craft room. Isn't that always our goal? Yeah. So anyway, I've been working backwards every month from April to go through these sketches because I like to put one out like once a week. And what I have here is scraps that was left from the Stampin Up Fruit Stand DSP that I used in my August 2021 card sketch. So I had left, here was all the scraps that I had left, but I'm choosing to use these two with this card sketch from July. And the reason I'm doing it is that the paper calls for a panel to be 4 and 2 1/4. And this panel is 4 1/2 by 3. So I really won't have much waste with that. And then I need a 1 inch by 2 1/4 strip, and this is a 1 1/2. And then I can obviously cut this to the length I need. So I'm going to use these. Now the one caveat to this is that I'm going to need the paper running horizontal. So obviously something like this isn't going to work very well. So I am going to have to use some of these papers going in this direction. So I'm not going to have as many color or combinations as I probably would have had with my my other ones in August, because those I was able to cut it initially in the direction I needed it from. So I'm going to be a little bit more selective. There's some that are like this that is really not going to make a difference which direction they went in. Like this isn't going to make a difference. So I'm going to go through my papers right now, and I'm going to select which combinations I'm going to want to go with which. Like this one, I don't think I want to go this sideways direction. Yeah, that's going to be a little difficult for me. So I may not get as many out of this as, I may not be able to use all my scraps up in this way. So let me get my combinations together, and I'll start laying these out and giving you an idea as to how we're moving forward. So now I'm back. I have my combinations, and there's really one that I'm just not kind of happy with, and I'm just going to have to live with it. These were the two, excuse me, that went together. I liked the strawberries going better in that direction. The other one I did was I had changed and put these two, I believe, together. These are the true combinations, but I could not alternate because I needed the pears and the apples to go up. So I'm going to leave them in their actual combination so that there's no difference or care what the direction was. Here's another one. Like I said, I kind of liked the stripes going horizontal, but it is. This is the only combination I'm not really happy with, but I really have no choice. And I felt like this was not as eye-catching with how it was going in the wrong direction. This was one I really liked them going better this way in this combination, but I'm only getting a small segment, and I don't know if the small segment is really going to tell the story of what's going on in this paper. So I think I'm going to leave it this way, or I'm sorry, leave it this way so that I get a bigger portion of the print. So I'm leaving that. And then I'm kind of indecisive. I don't know if I'm going to leave it going this way or if I'm going to go this way. Again, I don't think that small section is really going to tell the story of what's going on, because depending on how it's cut, this pink may not even fall in there. So I feel like if I go this way, there just is a better chance of seeing the print and having this blend into it. So now that I have those, I'm going to do what I call like my concept card. So I'm gonna just pick one print and I'm gonna just do the one layout. It's a mini slimline. So basically, you know, I gotta pick the card base. I'm probably gonna do the white again because it worked for me in the August sketch. I'm gonna pick one color that's going to be the background color. What I'm not sure about, I'm guessing this is a kind of fancy fold one. Yeah. I believe the card's gonna open, yeah, there's like, you're supposed to cut out little, oh, it looks like this part here is the part that opens up that you read the inside of. This must just be a backer card. Yeah, fun fold, mini slimline. So I'm guessing this part is glued down solid, and this is the part that's got the fold that you open up so you can read inside. And then you're gonna do just the semicircle here with some kind of an image and a sentiment on it, which again, I'm gonna go back to my stamps that I had with the assorted fruit on it and use them again. No reason to overthink it. But yeah, that's gonna be a little cute. And then I need to find some twine that looks like you're putting between there for a decoration. So that's gonna be really cute. I didn't really notice that before. So, so use same color cardstock for cardstock 1 and 2. Wow, okay, so you're not using 2 different colors. I don't think that's true. I think you're using, because she's showing it in a pink and a blue. So I don't believe that to be true. Well, we're gonna get one concept card done and then I'll be back and we'll see how it looks. Be back. Hello and welcome back. Here's what I came up with. I have to admit, I wasn't really overly ecstatic with, you know, it was, this portion was much smaller, I think, than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know. So, you know, you love some, you don't. Today's, I think it's cute. So, when I was here, I was kind of a little confused with this sketch. But it makes sense, you know, once you follow instructions, boy, doesn't it make sense once you start paying attention. So what you do is you have one straight panel. That's what I thought it was. And then you're gonna get this one strip and you're supposed to score it at the half, which is the 5.5. So for me, and like I said, I have the Stampin' Up and it was easier. Scored it at the 5.5, and then I shot this down to the 4.25, and I scored it again just to make it easier. I found that part of the instructions that I had to kind of dissect and like figure out on my own, just because I wanted to not have to sit. It was harder to try and kind of line it up. So then I stuck in my glue, and I don't know why. I should always start this before I start doing my videos, because if I don't start it first, it just wants to plug up. So I found, just go ahead and glue this down. I glued on my my sections here, and I'm gonna tell you, yeah, you had to, I kind of redid some of my papers than when I showed you, because some of these, when you cut them and they were small, I don't know if you know what the peach emoji looks like or what it stands for, but yeah, I kind of had that going on. So we switched some of these around, because like I said, 1 inch is really not that big on some of these prints from Stampin' Up. Yeah. So the best time to take your, I had the, the supplies I used were, I used my circular stitch die out of the Queen & Company's Foundation 1. I liked the stitching. I felt like that added something. And then I got this Hero Arts stamp set, and it's CM3, C as in cat, M as in Mary, 354. I named it Winged Friends because I didn't know what else to call this. To get it in my stash, just numbering them just really didn't make any sense to me. So I kind of gave it that number. And as you can see, there's all kinds of like just kind of cute little winged friends there. Butterflies, there's actually a grasshopper. I guess, is he winged? I don't know. Dragonflies, bees, ladybugs. So I think I probably would have liked this better if I hadn't used my Copics. The Copic markers I used, because some of these I did do a butterfly, and this is the one I started with, and I think I liked it better this way because there was a lot of color. So I started it with this, and what I did was I went and I did the second one. I did these 4. Then I went, I did this one, and I realized I really didn't like the butterfly. It just kind of didn't fit in there. So then I went and I die cut all my circles, stamped all my circles, changed the butterfly to a bee. Well, let me back up. I cut all my circles, I put them on and tried them on here first. And then I snipped them, and I took one as a pattern to do all the rest of them. And then when I had them all cut down, I stamped it and I colored these. And then after I got them on the rest of these, I was kind of like wishing that I kind of probably used like pencils or something. So I showed you these 4 designs that I did those 4, I did those 4. These are the 4 that I switched over because, like I said, it really did not look well. Or, I'm sorry, it was these ones that I switched over with the because there's these 4, I had something in here I had to switch. I did the pears with those, and then I did the lemons with those. So yeah, there was some I had to switch because, like I said, yeah, I felt like I was sending a peach emoji to some people. If you're not sure what it is, just look it up. That's all I'm gonna say on that. So I did use the YR18 and the Y19 on the butterfly, and then when I switched it over to the bee, I went to the C8 and the Y19 on the bee, and then the wings on the bee were the C1, and the head of the ladybug was C8, and then ladybug was R24. So that's what I used for coloring. And yeah, like I said, I kind of wish I had maybe, like I said, softened them up a little bit. And then the accent on this is I used the Crocodile. Some people may think this is a little overboard, but let me tell you, doing the hole punching with the Crocodile is so much easier than using those old-fashioned ones, in my opinion anyway. And then I brought in a bunch of different, I had these that I bought at like Hobby Lobby or something. It was a whole American crafts. I had a whole bunch of these that I tried. I did use up one. They had different ones. There's like a pink, a yellow, a brown. But I didn't really like with the, oh God, I swore I was getting a new chair when I got over here, didn't I? I kind of liked this. This is the thread. This is how Stampin' Up does their linen thread now. At least I think it's still in the catalog. I bought this probably about 2 years ago. Actually, I used these flossers. If you know what these things are, they're supposed to be like for your dental flossing. And remember my mom had some of these from when we used to do like embroidery. Helps you thread. If you haven't seen these, they are phenomenal because I either have bad eyesight and can't get it through, or the holes and stuff are too small. So then I tied a double knot. Sometimes you can use your reverse tweezers on there if my reverse tweezers would like to get out of my carousel. And you can just put that on there to give yourself an extra set of hands. And I just like to double knot it so I know it's not going anywhere. She had it on there just as like a knot, like it was kind of like flared out, but I don't know, I liked the bow on there. So, the only thing with using the reverse tweezers, I kind of like undo my work half the time. Yeah, you can use a glue dot under here this is why a lot of people don't like to make bows. You can use a glue dot, or I'm just going to throw a little bit of liquid glue, and then I will use my reverse tweezers on there. Snip these off. For this, my mother always sewed, and you always had that little slit in the top of spools. So I cut them in there to give myself, so it doesn't keep unraveling on me. Have you ever learned that trick? So then once this dries, just glue this on the center. One of the things I do have to do that I did not see was part of the instructions. I don't know if we were supposed to use all of these colored papers, but I want to go back and cut. I'm going to use the measurements for this, which was 4 by 2 1/4, and I want to make a part for the inside in white for all of these so they have somewhere to write on. So once I have all those, I will have those complete. But not bad though. I got another 24 cards out of this paper pack. Using this sketch with this mini slimline paper pack from This Is That Fruit Stand, and I still have, as I'm trying to clean this up, let me lay these out, I'll show you. Like I said, I have another 24 on top of the 48 that I got in the other sketch. So, you know, we're talking, you know, I'm getting some mega cards out of these paper packs. And I still have, I only needed one of these strips, so I still have that. And then I have some, you know, chunkier strips here. I don't know how much I can make, but I know I can probably get at least another, I'm gonna say somewhere between 4 and 6 cards out of this. It's going to be a little bit. I'm going to start doing a scrap series, making a card, and I'm going to try every week to pull out some scraps and make a card. I'm a little done with this paper pack right now, so it may be a week or two or a couple of weeks until you see what I do with the rest of this, and that will finish. I have these. I'm not really counting these as scraps. They're the little minute sections I cut off. If people were so inclined, you could probably, you know, put them on the inside of here. I'm done. These are going in the trash. I'm really, like I said, it's just, I got to keep moving here. But I'm just suggesting you could use these on the inside. So that is what I have for the sketch for July of 2021. Surprisingly, now I have gone through a full year of 12 sketches, and I really feel like it went quickly. I just started this in April. We are now in, today is the 9th of June, so you're looking in less than 2 months. I have used up 12 sketches, and I have these upside down. I have not fully used up a paper pack yet, which was my challenge. But I have to tell you, we are almost done with this one. The Domestic Goddess series that I started is very close to being done. I did use all those papers from the Candy Cane Lane. So we're doing, and then the Floral Boutique was the one I started with. That one I still have quite a bit left. But I am really happy with this series and how it's going, and I'm blowing out and busting out a lot of cards. So I'm hoping you're enjoying this ride with me and cleaning out the stash, getting lean and mean in the craft room here, and you know, just checking out these sheetload of card sketches. So I would appreciate a thumbs up if you liked this video. If you want more inspiration that I have coming, I'd really appreciate you subscribing, and you can do all that stuff down below the video. And I appreciate your time, and have a nice evening. Bye.